Athens, 5th century BC. The city pulses with life, merchants shouting, politicians arguing, and the Parthenon gleaming above it all. In this proud, bustling world, a peculiar figure ambles barefoot through the agora: Socrates. He's not handsome or wealthy, nor does he hold office or write books. Yet, this unremarkable man is about to shake the foundations of Western thought. Socrates is Athens' self-appointed gadfly, sent, he claims, by the gods to sting the city awake. His mission? Not to give answers, but to ask questions. He approaches generals, statesmen, and poets asking, what is courage? What is justice? What is beauty? These aren't idle questions. They're scalpels cutting into the certainties of his fellow citizens. Socrates reveals that those who claim to know the most often know the least. In one corner, Athens, proud and confident. In the other, a single, shabby man with a relentless curiosity. He believes the unexamined life is not worth living. A dangerous idea in a city that prefers comfortable truths. The collision between Socrates and Athens is inevitable. It's a battle for the soul of philosophy, a drama that will echo through the ages. The stage is set for a confrontation that will change how we think forever. And so, the story begins. Socrates' method was simple but devastating. He claimed ignorance and asked others to define what they thought they knew. Picture Euthyphro, a young politician prosecuting his own father for impiety. Socrates stops him. What is piety? Euthyphro, confident, offers a definition. Socrates nods, then asks, is it pious because the gods love it, or do the gods love it because it's pious? Each answer leads to another question, exposing contradictions and unraveling certainty. Euthyphro's confidence crumbles. He's lost in a maze of his own logic. This is the Socratic method, not a debate to win, but a journey to recognize our own ignorance. Socrates saw himself as an intellectual midwife, helping others give birth to their own ideas. For many, the experience was unsettling as their beliefs about justice, virtue, and the gods were shown to be shaky. Yet, for Athens' youth, it was exhilarating. A chance to challenge everything and learn how to think, not what to think. Socrates' dialectic became the engine of his philosophy, sharpening young minds and infuriating the old guard. He didn't implant knowledge, he extracted it. The city's elders saw their authority threatened, while the youth saw a new way to question the world. Socrates was changing Athens, one question at a time. The seeds of revolution were sown in conversation. Socrates' relentless questioning made him a threat to those in power. He didn't just challenge ideas, he challenged the authority of generals, politicians, and the very fabric of Athenian society. Athens, still reeling from war and tyranny, was suspicious of anyone who questioned its values. Socrates, with his following of aristocratic youth, became an easy scapegoat. He was accused of corrupting the young and undermining the city's morals. Public opinion turned against him, fueled by satire and propaganda like Aristophanes' play, The Clouds. Socrates knew the danger. He called himself a gadfly, but understood that gadflies get swatted. He forced Athens to confront its flaws, and the city resented the reflection. The search for truth became an act of treason. Socrates was now seen as an enemy of the people. His questions, once a tool for enlightenment, were now a threat to the state. In Athens, challenging the status quo could cost you everything. The stage was set for a reckoning. The philosopher's fate was sealed by the very city he tried to awaken. In 399 BC, Socrates was formally charged with impiety and corrupting the youth. The trial was held before a jury of 501 citizens. Ordinary Athenians he'd spent years questioning. His accusers painted him as a dangerous influence, linking him to controversial figures and accusing him of weakening the city. Socrates didn't plead for mercy. Instead, he philosophized, cross-examining his accusers and exposing the flaws in their arguments. He argued he couldn't be both an atheist and an introducer of new gods, and that no one would corrupt the youth intentionally. His defense, recorded by Plato, was a justification of his life's work, not a plea for his life. Socrates claimed to be a gift from the gods, a gadfly sent to awaken Athens. He warned the jury that killing him would harm themselves more than him. In the end, he put the Athenian system of justice on trial. It was an act of intellectual courage and, legally, a kind of suicide. The jury was left to decide not just his fate but the fate of free inquiry itself. Socrates stood firm, even as the city turned against him. The verdict would echo through history. The philosopher's stand became legend. The jury found Socrates guilty. The penalty? Death. Asked to propose an alternative, Socrates, with irony, suggested he deserved a reward, free meals for life. The jury, enraged, confirmed the death sentence. Socrates refused to compromise his principles by accepting exile or silence. For him, a life without questioning was not worth living. In prison, his friends begged him to escape. He refused, arguing that to break the law would betray his lifelong commitment to justice. Socrates believed in honoring the social contract, even when the laws were used unjustly against him. His calm acceptance of death became his final lesson. Surrounded by friends, he discussed the immortality of the soul and the nature of existence. When the cup of hemlock arrived, Socrates drank it without fear. He died as he lived, with integrity, courage, and unwavering commitment to truth. His death was not just a tragedy, but a powerful argument for the value of principle over life itself. Socrates' final act was his greatest teaching. He showed that some things, truth, justice, integrity, are worth any price. The philosopher's legacy was sealed in that quiet, defiant moment. His example would inspire generations to come. The unexamined life, he proved, is not worth living.